So, okay, at this stage, we will assume you have Git installed on your machine and you're ready to work. Probably this is the very first command you will use to set up your identity, right? So, okay, let's take a step back. Why you need to set up your identity in Git, right? So, the first answer is of this question, because you can't commit without setting up your identity. You can't do any work without setting up this. So that's the very first command you will use after installing it. So again, it's very easy to use. Git config is the command, and it has three options basically, as you can see on my screen. One is global, second is local, and third is system. I have seen developers just use global options 99.9% cases, because no one told them there is a local and system option as well. I will dive you through the three options, but first of all, let's the syntax. So syntax is easy. Git config user option, global, local, or system. Then you have to use user.name and your name in the double quote. Again, this is just an example, right? So you can set up your email address, user.email, whatever your email address is. And of course, you can set up different settings. But the interesting point here is, what is global, what is local, what is system? So let's say if you will not use any value, like no global, no local system, then it will be by default use a local level. So local level means at a project level, right? So let's say you are in the demo project or ABC project, and you are trying to set up the Git config without any option. It will be specific to that project only. But if you need at global level, like at a user specific level, let's say Rajeev, like for me, I have a system profile in my Windows 10, and I want to use throughout my profile my same name, my same user, my same email address. I can use the global option. And sometimes, very rarely, you might have to use a system level. So system level configuration is basically for the entire machine. Doesn't matter who is logged in. Of course, we rarely use it, or maybe I will say never, because it will never happen. So if it's a multiple, like for example, Windows 10, right? You can log in, and at the same time someone else can log in, or maybe so, right? So we use, but mostly we use global settings, and very, very rarely system level. But of course, I worked in many projects where company has a policy to use local settings. The reason is developers keep coming, keep changing. So that's why. Again, it depends. So